SoFi signing partnerships left and right. They signed two partnerships in the past 2 days alone, and people, it seems, are not picking up on it. So I dove into the numbers, and in this video, I want to explain how these partnerships have the potential to ensure that SoFi is going to beat all of their member predictions and then some, even as early as this quarter. Let's jump right into it. There's two pieces of news we got earlier this week, and I normally do a recap video on Friday, but I wanted to jump in immediately to share some of my thoughts around them. In this video, we're going to be talking about SoFi's partnerships, number one, with the NAR and their sponsorship of a new professional athlete in Wyndham Clark. Now, just a point of order, since both these partnerships were signed this week, neither are going to be reflective in the earnings report we're going to see at the end of the month. However, the NBA deal, which was signed sometime in January, February, has the potential to contribute to members. Now, there's also been news around short interest along with Biden's new plan for student loans. I'll cover all of those in my regular video every Friday. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to keep up to date with SoFi. But I wanted to take this time now to talk about these two partnerships specifically, the NAR and Wyndham Clark. Let's start first with the NAR. So this news broke yesterday where the National Association of Realtors announced a partnership with SoFi. The press release states that as part of this agreement, NAR members as well as their clients can receive exclusive rates for discounts on mortgages, student loan refinancing, personal loans, and more. Basically all the SoFi products. So not only can the National Association of Realtors receive these benefits, but also their clients can receive these benefits. And one of the things you might be asking yourself, which I definitely was, is how many realtors can there really be out there? As of January, this number was over 1.5 million members in the NAR. It was 1.6 million in October 2022. It's 1.5 million today. It's declining by single digit percentages, but I wanted to just put that there to highlight the significance of this because you have to keep in mind that SoFi's total member count that they've accumulated is 7.5 million members. So in the grand scheme of things, 1.5 million members for this partnership over a 7.5 million member total member count for SoFi is significant, especially when you consider that all of these 1.5 million members can also extend these benefits off to their clients. And I'm not sure if you know many realtors in your life, but the realtors that I know in mine have dozens, if not hundreds, of potential clients that they can extend these benefits out to. So for all of these people to be introduced special exclusive benefits from SoFi is a very big initiative, and it has the potential to be very impactful because the other thing to consider is referrals, cross-selling, and all the awareness that comes as a result of this in the SoFi ecosystem, right? Especially because SoFi's product offering is catering to that sweet spot clientele that perfectly meshes with this demographic, more affluent, upper class clientele, as well as SoFi offering the full suite of products. They offer brokerage, they offer credit cards and banking products. They also offer all the way down to mortgages, right? So there's synergies at play here. And so when you put all these things together, the synergies of this partnership, when paired with the size of the NAR as well as their clients as a secondary benefit, has the potential to be much larger for SoFi. Let's jump now into the second partnership, which was announced earlier today on Tuesday as of this recording, where SoFi partnered with Wyndham Clark. And if you're like me, you had absolutely zero idea who Wyndham Clark is. He's the number 4 world ranked professional golfer and the reigning US Open champion. Just looking at this press release, here it highlights that Clark joins this all-star lineup. You have the LA Chargers quarterback, Justin Herbert. You have the Boston Celtics forward, Jason Tatum. And now you have Wyndham Clark as well. The press release here highlights that this is a multi-year partnership between SoFi and the 3-time PGA Tour winner. And one thing I really enjoyed here was the timing, because this comes ahead of Clark's first appearance at the Masters tournament, which is coming up later this week. And this is a perfect synergy with the TGL. It tees up the TGL offering in January 2025. Anthony Noto highlighted in the press release that not only are they excited to welcome Wyndham Clark as their newest member, he said golf has entered a new era with exciting technological advancements, which includes TGL presented by SoFi, and with more people playing golf, engaging with it, watching the game than ever before. Partnering with Wyndham Clark, a generational talent that has outperformed legends of the game, is a great way to bring our brand to life and connect with like-minded sports audience in a unique way. So some other details of this, Clark is also a committed player in the TGL League, and that league is kicking off on January 7th on ESPN primetime television. Clark also said in this press release that after I got to know CEO Anthony Noto, they truly put in the work to help everyone control their financial future. So basically saying that he was bought in after meeting with and getting to know Anthony Noto himself, which is also really nice to see, right? You want to see the CEO of these companies personally interacting. We know Anthony Noto has been an athlete. He played football. A lot of the things that he likes on X are sports related in one way or another. So there is that connection as well from there. Anthony Noto posted earlier today wishing Clark luck at the Masters, saying that he's looking forward to seeing that SoFi logo. Now, a couple of high level thoughts on this. First and foremost, I have to say that SoFi is putting together an all star lineup across all the major sports arenas that they compete in. Secondly, with Clark being very accomplished and never having played in the Masters before, there's going to be a lot of media attention around him. You have to keep in mind that this is his debut at that tournament. And from what I was reading online, he seems to be one of the sleeper picks to be a contender at that tournament. So now imagine the media attention that this individual will get, not only because it's his debut, but if he were to rank well and even win that tournament altogether, the SoFi logo would be absolutely on blast everywhere. And the other thing to keep in mind is we already know SoFi's strategy with regards to marketing and branding. We know that they're going to be buying up commercial spots in the Masters. And so while you have this individual who is getting all of this media coverage during the Masters tournament wearing the SoFi logo, every commercial intermission, you have SoFi running ads, bringing home that message, reiterating the value proposition, and having prompts for users to sign up. And there's a reason why this is big news. CBS reported that the Masters gets about 12 million viewers, and this year they're putting viewership between 10.5 to 13.5 million. For reference, that's around the same range that an NBA playoff game gets. A normal NBA season game is about 1.6, 1.7 million viewers. A playoff game is around 11 to 13 million viewers. And so essentially, you have this person making their debut appearance with SoFi's branding everywhere, who's a sleeper pick to be a contender at an event that gets 13 million views, promoting the league that SoFi is going to be sponsoring coming up in January. That's a pretty big deal, right? And one of the things I want to tie all this back to is how this will impact member additions. I was on a live stream earlier tonight with Tanner, and I also shared some of these insights and just what's been on my mind over these past couple of days as a recap of what SoFi's done so far over the past quarter. And all of these pieces of news are positive as standalones. The game changing aspect is these partnerships, along with the brand awareness initiatives, along with the promotions that SoFi is offering, they compound on each other and they can create a game changing quarter from a member's perspective as a result. You know, one thing I want to show is the Google Trends for the search term SoFi Bank. I think that's an example even indirectly of the compound effect that I'm talking about. And the reason why I say it's indirect is because when we mainly talk about brand initiatives, we think about prime time viewership. We think about, this unaided brand awareness, as well as the overall signups when SoFi runs advertisements during this game. So we think about those commercials, we think about these sponsorships. But search volume, especially for something like SoFi Bank, that's a more gradual thing that I found interesting, right? While this may seem fairly flat and stagnant on a 12-month basis, when you zoom out and you look over the past several years, 2 years, 3 years, the search term SoFi Bank has been seeing a steady accumulation in search volume. And don't forget, with all of these initiatives, SoFi is consistently testing out the best strategies. The SoFi Stadium gave us a playbook in terms of what their marketing strategy is for brand awareness on primetime TV slots, garnering millions of viewers. This is going to be the same playbook that's going to be used with the TGL on ESPN. It's going to be the same playbook, which is going to be used with the Masters, which is going to be going on later this week. And it's something that they're using currently with the NBA, right? With the NBA, they have the sponsor and they're running ads. And even earlier tonight, Kyle posted this picture of SoFi's logo on the basketball court, and it showed what the old logo looked like and now a much more prominent, flashier, newer logo. So all of these initiatives that SoFi is participating in, they're actively working to iterate to maximize that spend from an awareness perspective. And these partnerships with these individuals like Windam Clark and others are all premeditated strategic plays, and they all play a role in the compounding effect of SoFi's growth. In Q1, the big news was about the NBA, and that's absolutely going to contribute to members because they entered this league fairly early on in the quarter, and so they can definitely receive signups throughout the quarter. We also got clarifications around the TGL Golf League that's going to be coming up in January. Technically, now we're in Q2. So in the first weeks of Q2, we got news around the Windam Clark partnership. We got referral bonuses on credit cards and on sign-up bonuses, which was last week. And all of this contributes to a gradually increasing and compounding brand awareness that builds on SoFi's ecosystem in terms of member additions that enter that ecosystem. High level, it seems as though the business is actively pushing more and more to gain awareness to grow faster, whereas last quarter in Q4, the focus was purely on profitability. And this is also good to see, right? Because my prediction for this year is going to be that we see a first quarter where SoFi adds 1 million members, a total member count of 10 million by the end of this year, And all of these initiatives contribute to that, especially if SoFi then comes and introduces new products in that ecosystem as well, because then you get the cross selling flywheel going and you make more off of these same members. Anyways, those were just some high level thoughts on why I thought these two partnerships are very important for SoFi and how they can compound. If you did enjoy this video, subscribe and share it out for more. Remember, tomorrow we have the Bootleg Weekly coming up on this channel at 9 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you tune in for that. And then SoFi Weekly coming up at 10 p.m. on Friday. I have another video coming out on Friday, so definitely subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.